is coming, the snowflakes will be falling. It's the most wonderful time of year. So hang up your stockings, put the tinsel on the tree, because Christmas is coming, my dear. It's the only time of year the reindeer fly. You can see them on their sleigh ride across the sky. Gather all your family round, or go out and paint the town. It's the only time of year the whole wide world turns upside down. So baby, light a fire and we'll toast the night away, because Christmas is coming our way. Reindeer fly. You can't see them on their sleigh ride across the sky. Gather all your friends around, or go out and paint the town. It's the only time of year the whole wide world turns upside down. So baby, light a fire and we'll toast the night away, because Christmas is coming. Christmas is coming. Christmas is coming our way.
Hello everyone, Christina here. Welcome to day 2 of the holiday card series for 2024. For those of you watching live, thank you for indulging me in having a long intro. I recycled last year's countdown, well, one of my favorite countdowns from last year, because I just love all of that footage that I put with the music. It's just fun. So anyway, just a couple of housekeeping, or actually really just one housekeeping thing before we jump into the card for today. I wanted to let you all know that all of my products over at concordandninth.com are restocked. All of them except for the OCC class kit products. Those are still on order. Those should be in the warehouse probably in a little over a week. But everything else is ready to go. So I'm going to put a link here in the chat right there. That will take you over to all of my products. Everything is restocked. So if any of you were looking for anything from my September or October release, everything is over there. So I'm going to be using the Merry Trees that everyone really loves. It's one of my favorite products for this year as well. I'll be using that in Friday's video. So we have that to look forward to. For tonight, I'm actually going to be using something two dies from Concord and Ninth September release. I've been waiting to use these. They're so cute. So this is the ornament inlay die. And then this is the, I think it's Jolly Holiday dies. I've got a link down below in the video description. If by chance you were waiting for the live to start and there were no supplies listed at all yet, if you hit refresh, it'll come up with a link. I really just have these two linked. There's not anything else that's linked. It's just these two. But I thought it'd be really fun to create something with these. I thought they were so dang cute. So I'm going to start with some white cardstock. And we're going to cut out the inlay first because it's got these stitched lines around it. So this is actually going to be kind of like the front of my card. So I'm going to go ahead and die cut this first. Oh, Lynn says they have no volume. They may need to unmute or refresh the page. I'm sure one of the moderators will be right on that. There you go, Rosie. Rosie told him. Thanks, Rosie. Okay, let me set my die cutting machine. I've got quite a bit of die cutting here at the beginning. Vicki, I was just saying that all of my products for my September and October releases are restocked over at Concord and Ninth, and then I put a link in the chat. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take this. I don't need any of these other pieces. I really just want this outer area. So, because I'm going to be die cutting all the rest of this. So, just getting rid of all of those. I can just start to make a pile of all of my die cut pieces that I do not need. I'll just start making that pile. All right, because I'm going to be cutting out all these other little pieces in colorful colors. And you know what? I just realized I should have done my ink blending on my white cardstock before I die cut, but that's okay. I will make it work. Okay, so now I'm going to take that same inlay die and I'm going to use other colors of cardstock. So I know that I want both like a bright red and a dark red, so I'm going to cut those first. So I've got cranberry and then I've got poppy from Concord and Ninth. They're like my two Christmas reds that I've been using this holiday season. I don't imagine I will veer from that. They're just so good. Okay, I'm looking for a scrap. I might not have an A2 size scrap. I don't. I'm gonna have to cut those down. And then let's pick out some other colors. I'm gonna have to trim everything down. Okay, I wanted to have two different greens so I could have kind of like the two colors up here on those and then have one of the colors down here as well. So my two greens, I've been using like parsley and evergreen a lot, but I thought I'd change it up today. And I'm using avocado and artichoke. So aren't those so great? I love putting together color palettes where you've got like two colors and you've got like two tones of each color. I think it just works really well. All right. Let's see, I was thinking for the dots right here in the center and also the top of the ornament that I could have that be metallic. So I'm going to grab some gold cardstock. I've got some off to the side here. I think that's an A2 size. Yep, that's already cut. And then my final color, I think I'm just going to add, like I wanted to do some ink blending on the white cardstock that's right here. And I thought I would do that with sea glass. So to add another element in sea glass, I thought maybe I'd have like the top and bottom of the ornament or something like that. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do quite yet, but I do have my pack of sea glass cardstock. So let's cut all this cardstock down. The gold is already ready to go. Grabbing my paper trimmer. And here's a question for all of you in the chat. How small of cardstock pieces do you save? Like, for a while there, I would only save it if it was the size of an A2 card front. I've now changed that. Like, now I do, if it's about the size of half of an A2 cardstock piece, then I will save it. But if it's, wow, this is really cut unevenly. Did I cut this myself wrong? What is happening? That's really off. Wow. Yeah, so because I'm doing like more die cut things these days, that I'm like, oh, I'll save some of those smaller pieces as well. All the itty pieces. If it's like a specialty piece of cardstock, like if it's gold or silver or glitter, I am much more likely to save small pieces. Because a lot of times I use those in just like a, you know, accent manner. Ooh, thin strips for gratings. That's a really good point. All right, this looks like it's 5.5. Is that 5.5? It is. Perfect. I'm going to have tons of these pieces left over, so if I want to create multiples of the same card, I can totally do that. In fact, you know what? I'm tempted to cut another piece of white because I'm going to have plenty. All that cardstock's cut and ready to go. You know what? Since we're going to have enough, let's go ahead and do another piece of white because there's nothing stopping us. Might as well do two. Why do one card when you can just as easily create two? That totally makes me think of that line from the movie Contact with Jodie Foster when Hadley's like, why have a machine when you can have two for twice the price? I love that movie. Millie's asking, what plastic do you use to store your cardstock? Those are cardstock sleeves from Stampin' Storage. I think that's just what they call them. They just call them cardstock sleeves. You might have to do a little deep dive in their website to find it. But they are the vertical ones. They have some horizontal ones too. Okay, remember our pile of trash? Let's add to it. Come on. In a minute here, I will not be doing that because I'm going to be saving every little piece possible. But for now, because I know I'm not going to be using white of any of these, I'm just discarding them. Okay. And then, since we're going to have so many different colorful pieces, this sounds like a good time to break out my little pinch bowl set. Oh my word, those are cute. Because I'm going to have to save all the die cuts. Oh, those are dang cute. I love these. I have some trees too, but they're currently in use with another project. So I'm going to start saving all of these. Oh my word, they're so dang cute. I can't stand it. I picked those up at Spellbinders. I don't know if they still have them in stock, but brand is Danica, so I think you could like search their website for Danica. Let's see, I'm just scrolling through the comments. Yeah, those bowls are so cute. I love them so much. Okay, we'll get to the ink blending here in a minute. But for now, I'm just putting those white pieces aside and let's get to cutting all of these other ones. Now, I could also use any of these pieces of cardstock as the front of my card as well. I think sea gloss would be fun. I feel like I need to like get these all in order. Give them a little bit of order there. Okay, so now is where we need to start saving as much as we can. We don't want to lose any of the pieces. Definitely not. You know what? I'll put gold in gold. That worked out great. So I'm going to bring this over And as I start punching these little things out, I'm just going to let them drop into that bowl. I'll have to do a bit of cleanup for the ones that are still in there, but okay. And then we have the big piece right there, which that doesn't really fit, but so I'll just put that off to the side. Okay. Oh, that's so pretty in gold. Okay. Ooh, the leaves would be really pretty inlaid with gold as well, don't you think? I think that'd be great. Oh, I'm gonna need, there you go. To complete the pattern. Okay, so all these other little pieces, I'm gonna try to corral them. I'll use another piece of cardstock to corral them because I don't want to lose any of those little dots, any of the little berries or the leaves, because who knows, I might end up using them. All right, come in here with the cranberry cardstock. We'll run that through. Well, you saw where I was going with that, having them turned every other, so I'm not surprised that I had some comments. If I would have done it on purpose, oh, that turned out great. Everything kind of stayed, and you know what? Dark red. They're calling it when you like do something like that because you know it's going to get a reaction. They're calling it rage baiting now. It makes me laugh. Okay. Punching all of these out. You know, I might have to, you know, when I'm done. And I'm wishing I wouldn't have thrown out all the white pieces, but because I can use them if I decide to use, like if I decide to use this red, you know, I could use it, but okay. I like that that red kind of all stayed together. It made this cleanup really easy. And then just a few pieces to gather. Come on, honey. There we go. All right, so there's the dark red. Now let's do the bright red. So the bowls, yes, I got them from Spellbinders, but it's from a brand called Danica. Pretty sure. Let me get the box again just to be sure. Danica Jubilee. And I have seen some of their stuff at Amazon. So if you want to look for that, it's a pinch bowl set. They've got trees and hearts. I got the heart set too. Lots of really fun stuff. But I mean, I was like, I'm doing so much die cutting with the holiday card series. I could not resist getting them for, you know, for this. Okay. Let's see if it's, oh, it almost stayed everything together. And you know what? I think I'm going to I'll put it in this one. I mean, this is kind of orangey over here, but otherwise I would do that one. Okay, let's carefully lift this out. They do nest really well. I will say that. I just saw someone in the comments saying that they didn't know where to store them. They nest, or stack, I should say. Okay. One more down here. And then we have these. Trying to contain all the die cuts as much as I can so I don't lose any pieces. I mean, it's inevitable. I will probably have to cut out one of these items, you know, just to get like one dot or something. Like, believe me, I know. It happens every time. I feel like saying, like, we should have a bet going, you know, like if I put these two cards together and I do not have any missing pieces, I will do a giveaway. It was almost inevitable. Now you're going to be rooting for me to discover that I have missing pieces. But you know what? That's okay. It's inevitable. I know I'm going to have a missing piece. I just have to accept it. Okay, so this is sea glass. Okay. Oh, almost in one piece. I love that. Just a couple more colors. I realized that I was thinking for one of these, I was like, it'd be really fun to have like white glitter. So I am going to add in a white glitter cardstock to this mix as well. Into the blue. I mean, we have to. All right, let's peel this up the best we can. Okay, I think I got everything there. Oh, some fell. That's okay. We'll grab them. These pieces don't want to separate, do they? Okay, come on. There we go. And I'll just get these little pieces that are hanging out. All right, and we have our blue coming in with green. Centered enough. Only 2, 3. Where'd that one dot go? Is it hiding? Oh, it's hiding. It's right here. I feel like, okay, I have this other one. I'm going to have to break up the pattern. I'll put the dark green in this one. That's the part of the tree set. And then I'll continue to do the light green in this other green light bulb bowl. some of the cardstocks seem to die cut super, super easily in comparison to others. I think this avocado is one that die cuts super easy. Like everything is like falling right out of it. Like no problem. Like I feel like I could just like tap the back and more pieces would come out, you know? You know what I just realized? This little spot with the ornament, I'm going to need it to be white. Dang it. That's okay. Remember how I said if I'm going to do any of these that have the colored background, that I would need the white cut pieces? So I need those white cut pieces anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and die cut a couple of those out of the white before we move on. I mean, I could try to fish them out of my trash can, but I'm just not that ambitious, y'all. I think it will be faster just to cut them again. Oh, I've got one piece right here. Okay. There's the green. Oh, we've got two little green dots hanging out. So now I'm going to come in with the artichoke. Get that kind of centered as best that I can. Go run this through. Oh, this is going to be one that comes apart easy. I feel like I should have like Christmas music on in the background or something. Okay. Put that over there. One more. Okay. And then I've got these pieces that stayed in the cardstock. So many pieces. You know, it is kind of time consuming to get all of the different colors die cut, but once you actually kind of like organize how you're going to be adhering them, and then you get going, it actually goes really fast. And I think it has it packs a big punch. All right, I've got little green dots over here. Things are just hanging out. Where did I have my white cardstock? Here we are. I'll use my white cardstock since this is the last of the colored cardstock. I do need to do that glitter paper though. Okay, so there's my little tree. Got something on my white. There we go. One more. All right, so I'm going to cut the white again. I know you're like, don't you want to do your ink blending first? You know what? I'm on a roll with the die cutting. We're just going to go with it. I'm running out of little pinch bowls. Okay, here we go. Here's another one. This can be for white. Too many colors, y'all. Okay, lifting this out carefully. A lot of it is staying in the die. Okay, I think I got all of that out. I feel like, you know what? I might as well just do this. And then I can scoop them all into that. It is a little bit easier having it like braced against something. I think also like holding it really close to your work surface helps all the pieces from like scattering. So now I can just scoop all these up and transfer them over to my bowl. Yeah, I think that went faster. We're just learning all the tips. All right, one more white and then we're gonna do glitter. And now I want to do red glitter. I mean, why stop, right? I'm not going to do red glitter. That's where I tell myself no. Okay. Oh, almost. Just 2 pieces hanging out. So close. I feel like I'm kind of playing whack-a-mole. You push them down and sometimes they go down and really do release and other times they don't. I just had a little dot fly out toward me. It went on my lap. Okay. Oh, this little guy. Come back. We might need you. All right. I have just this one little sprig over here. And then I'm just grabbing another piece of cardstock just to use as a scoop to get all of those in. And then I've got to go grab some glitter paper. I guess I could use a Copic marker and color the glitter paper and the white if I wanted to use any of it, but we'll see. Okay. I do have some glitter paper, but it's not large enough. Like, it's just like barely not big enough, right? I'm like, dang it. So close. All right, I'm gonna grab. I mean, really, I just want it for the ornament part, but I also know myself that if I end up doing all of those other cards, you know, with all the different colors, that I'm going to want to have the glitter. Okay. So this is Pixie Dust white glitter cardstock from Lawn Fawn. That's specifically what it says on the packaging that I just pulled it from. But I'm fairly certain that Lawn Fawn and Concord and Ninth sell the same white glitter cardstock. So, you know, you could get it from either place. Okay. We're nearly 45 minutes into this thing. Well, I guess 10 minutes of that was the countdown, but... Okay. Run this through one last time. I need another pinch bowl. All right, I have these leftover ones from that video from a million years ago, so I'll have to dump that out. And we're using the K for all the glitter. Only one came out. Oh, is it all gonna stay in play? All in piece, one piece? Oh, close. So close. Okay, this is satisfying. Like, how much can I pull it out in one piece? Okay. Punching these out. This glitter paper really does die cut really well. As far as glitter paper goes, I really like Lawn Fawn, obviously, and Concord 9th. And I also really love the Simon Says stamp glitter papers and also the glitter papers from Tonic. There were a few people in the chat as the video was starting or the live was starting that were talking about the Shop Pay app or using Shopify Shop Pay at different online stores and like what's the advantage of that. Every time you check out using Shop Pay, it gives you a little bit of cash back, and you can use that at certain stores and like maximize your dollars. Like I want to say like I had like, I don't know, it's like $15 in Shop Pay rewards. And then I used it at Tonic Studio and I ordered a bunch of glitter cardstock. And instead of it being like $15, when they're doing a promo, it like you get like 4 times the amount. So I actually got like $60 worth of stuff. So every once in a while I go into you can download the Shop Pay app and it'll do that. A bunch of crafting stores use Shop Pay. Let's see, Concord and 9th, Simon Says Stamp. I think Lawn Fawn does. Tonic, obviously. Hero Arts. A bunch of people use Shopify for their shop. And if they use Shopify, they most likely have Shop Pay. All right, so there's our glitter. We're going to do a little bit of ink blending on our white bases. And then we'll get to putting it all together. Grabbing some white paper just to put down on my surface to catch the ink blending. Shop Pay makes it almost a little bit too dangerously easy to place your online orders. Because a lot of times, if you save all your info in it, then you just have to put in your like email and suddenly it like logs you in and all your info's there. Oh my word, I never used this one. Well, that's sad. I should put the glitter in that one. We'll put the glitter in that one. Okay. All right. So I have my 5 million bases. I'm only going to do 2 today. All right. So I thought it would be really pretty to just have a little bit of ink blending coming in off the sides. Just to emphasize, there's like this like stitching pattern. Okay, where'd my ink pad go? Seriously, it was just here. I had my sea glass ink sitting here and it has walked off. It couldn't have gone far because I have not even stood up. I mean, I went over to get glitter paper, but that was like nothing. Where did it go? Is it hiding in my cardstock? Where did you go? For real? Why am I not seeing this? This doesn't count for losing pieces for the giveaway. Well, crap. I know I had the ink pad out. Oh, Waffle Flower uses the Shop Pay app as well. That's great. Okay. Oh, it was in my drawer. It had snuck in. Okay, let's grab that right there. And I'm just going to come in on the edges. And this is going to emphasize the stitching and just give it a little bit of a special glow. And I know my camera is really bright with this white background, but hang tight. You'll be able to see a little bit better in just a moment. So I'm using sea glass just to come around those edges. See, I thought it'd be really pretty just to have just a little bit of color on those edges. I think it'd be really pretty to do like a really dramatic one where maybe it's like a dark gray cardstock or black or even gold. What if the base inlay was gold? Like I've got one cut here, we could try it, but like I said, I'm only going to focus on 2 today for this live. Okay. All right, next thing we need to do, oh, I got one of these blended a little bit more than the other, but that's okay. Next thing we're going to do is glue these directly down onto the card bases. So I'm going to grab 2 card bases. And I guess I could even do like, you know, like tape runner, but and just cover the entire front of my card front and then just lay things in. But I like to use glue. Actually, I'm taking that back. It would be kind of nice to have everything adhered. And that would make it really fast, actually. Oh, but you can't like wiggle it in. That's a problem. You know what? Let's try both. Let's try some adhesive sheets and then let's also try glue and we'll see which we like best. So I'm grabbing Altenew adhesive sheets and I'm just going to grab this one right here and I can just, this will be perfect. It's going to be cut a little bit larger than card front. Let's see, that's cut to like 6, so I'll do this one to 4 3/4. So then you remove one of the backer sheets, if I can get it to remove. There we go. Oh, go back, adhesive. Okay, and then I'm going to take my card front and just put that directly down. And then I'm going to use a ruler, as soon as I can find one. Where's my Tim Holtz ruler? Oh, there it is. And I'll just cut off the excess adhesive and right along the edge of the card. And that'll make it so that it's perfect for adhering. By the way, this Tim Holtz ruler Every time I use it, I'm like, this is the best ruler ever. I just wish it had a T-square on the end. Tim, add the T-square on the other end. Then it would be the perfect ruler. What are saying? These are from Conquer on the Ninth last year. What is? I don't know. I don't know what you're referring to. Yeah, these are from the September 2024 release from Conquer the Ninth. The dies I'm using tonight. Okay, get these out of the way. Put my ruler back. Okay. I might have to trim up the side a little bit too, but for now, this is perfect. Okay, so now I can take off that release paper. I'm going to double check my card. Oh, see, I'm glad I checked. My card was opening the wrong direction. And then I can get that lined up just right. And just press down on all the corners. That's actually going to be really great. The only problem is you don't have a chance to like really build it. So I might build this one over here so then I can transfer it over. Or rather, some of these things I know exactly where I want it to go. I'm going to use my Trinity Stamps little pickup tool. Here we go. I'm going to dump out the red because I do know that I want the berries to be red. So I can just drop that in. Oh, that's great. You don't have to worry about adhesive at all. In fact, you know what? Maybe I'll do a mixture of the cranberry and the red so that I can have the red berries on both cards. The only problem is getting the die cut turned over the right direction. Come on, honey. There we go. And you know what? I will zoom in so you can actually see what I'm doing. And I'm also going to adjust the lighting just a little bit. There we go. So you can see all the white better now. This is actually really nice, having the adhesive sheet in there already. I'm not pressing anything super hard yet onto anything. I'm gonna get the green because I want to get these leaves. Okay. That is so easy to place them in. For real. Okay, and then I'll do one over here. And then I'll grab the lighter green. We'll put these out over here. I'm realizing that those leaves aren't perfectly symmetrical. They're close, but they're not perfectly symmetrical. Like some don't fit in quite the same way. Okay, that is so dang cute. It's like doing a puzzle. Okay, I think I'm gonna have the lighter green branch right down here. And that doesn't seem to really be fitting all that well, but I know it's from the same one. And then I'll do the darker green on the other one. Really, I should just go ahead and do that adhesive sheet on the other one and do them at the same time, right? I might have to. Or maybe I'll do gold for the other one. Ooh, I would love that. Okay. So I do know that in the gold stuff over here, I wanted the top of the ornament. So I can place that in. And then in the white, I need the ornament area. And it's the only little half circle. So it can't be that hard to find. Oh my word, maybe it is really hard to find. Come out, little half circle. Where are you? This is when I start like stacking things by type. Put all the leaves over there. Oh, you can't even see what I'm doing. I'll back out, hold on. There's so much white that I need to like categorize it so that I know exactly what I'm looking at. And I can find the piece I'm looking for. Because the more I get it just kind of... Oh, found it. Yeah, right there. I knew it wouldn't take that long. Okay, perfect. So the white's right there. Okay, I'm going to have these three. They're the bigger dots. Actually, they're the same size now that I look at it. So I'll do 2 red, 2 poppy, I should say, and then 1 of the cranberry. Love that. So cute. Okay, I'm thinking, ooh, maybe gold right here on the corners. Yeah, I think that'd be really pretty. I'm gonna get these all picked out. 2 more over there. 3. I think I'm just dumping the gold out at this point. And kind of organizing them like I did with the white so I can see what's happening. Okay, there's the 3rd one. We need 3 up here. If I can get them turned to the right side, then I can pick them up with that wax tool, that Trinity Stamps like place tool. You know what? There's that gold half thing. I'm going to set that aside special so I don't have to keep looking for it for when I do the gold one. That one's right there. Okay, so now I can come back to my little wax tool and then I can just place these in just like that. Super easy. And really press them in after. We can zoom in again. I have yet to lose a piece. So that's good. Okay. Those watching the edited replay are going to miss this riveting commentary. This makes me think like maybe I should tell my favorite Christmas story to tell is the story about me sneaking and trying to figure out my Christmas presents. If you guys have been around long enough, you may have heard this story, maybe even more than once. But I think I was probably around, gosh, probably like 7 or 8, I think. All right, I'm not sure what color I'm going to do those right there. And these down here, I think these need to be gold. So maybe I'll do more red in that. Okay, I used that. 4. Okay, I'll do regular poppy. Just do those in red. Do you like the red? Yeah, I like that. That's cute. Okay, so I was probably about 8, and fairly often we would go to our local Shopko. Do you guys remember Shopko? We don't have any around here anymore. I don't know if they completely went out of business, but yeah, Shopko. So we were at Shopko, and I'd seen commercials online for, I don't remember what the doll was called, but this doll was one that you would, it was like a newborn, and it came wearing a diaper, and you took off the diaper and you put the diaper in water, and then it would dissolve, and then it gave you like it would tell you if it was a boy or a girl. So I really wanted this doll, and I swear I told my mom that that's what I wanted. Like, I thought I had made it very obvious. So I don't know what I was doing home alone at that age. But Ray Henderson, I can see your comments. No worries. So I was home alone, and I had figured out that my mom was putting all of our Christmas presents in her bedroom closet on the top shelf. And I was like, okay, wait, what color ornament do I want here? I'm thinking red. Do I want red? Okay, let's look at the die. How many pieces are there? We've got this, and then we've got the center area, which I think I want to do glitter. Let's go ahead and just get the glitter in. Okay. Is this complete? Is this symmetrical? Like it could go either way? Or is it like a... Maybe I need to put the... I think it might be symmetrical, but I think I better do the top and bottom first. And I'm thinking I'll do cranberry. So I'll put that one right there. This one right here. Sorry, I'm getting distracted from my story. So I figured out that the gifts were in my mom's bedroom closet. And when no one was home, I went upstairs into her closet with a steak knife. Seriously. Wow. We are lucky I have all 10 digits. I had a steak knife, and I went up there and I pulled down a box that looked about the right size of the doll that I had seen at Shopko. So I pulled down this box. Now, this is a good time to let you know that my parents, this is before my parents had divorced, so it was the two of them, they didn't write who the gifts were for on the gift. It was like a mystery. There were 4 of us. Each child had a specific gift wrap. And then on Christmas morning, they would put our stockings like draped over the sofa. And then the presents that were with the stocking, that's how you would know it was yours. So I pulled down this box that is the perfect size for the doll. And I use the steak knife and I like slide the knife underneath the edge of the gift wrap. I'm being so sneaky. Underneath the, but seriously, is it a mystery at all that I am this like anal retentive when it comes to crafting? So I open it up and I open the gift wrap, and sure enough, it's the doll. I am so stoked. I am so excited. I cannot even contain myself. And I'm like jumping up and down. I'm trying to be quiet, even though I'm the only one home. Like no one else is there. But anyway, I'm really excited. So Christmas morning comes and I come down the stairs. I'm like, is, Santa come? I have a stupid fly in my craft room. Where did that come from? I come down the stairs and I see the gift wrap, that type of gift wrap, and it's on the couch. And then I see draped over the sofa next to the doll box, my sister's stocking, my sister Marissa. And I was like, what? See, no one knew that I knew what was in the gift. So I am dying inside because I know what's in the box. My sister could care less, or couldn't care less. She was 10. I'm pretty sure she still played with dolls, but she pretended that she didn't. Anyway, she had no, okay, am I going to just do these in gold? I don't know. I didn't do any other colors. I feel like I should add another color here, like pink or something. Okay, let's try the sea glass. Do we like the sea glass? I don't like the sea glass. Come out. So my sister opens the box and she's like, oh, a doll. And I'm like, okay, well, you could put the diaper in the water and then it's boy or a girl. She's like, I'll do it later. She could no. And I'm over here like, come on. Like, is it a boy or a girl? I'm just dying. So yeah, I think I want to grab pink. I'm going to do pink. I'm going to have to die cut a little bit more. So all afternoon, you know how it is when you're a kid and you open your presents and then like all afternoon you're playing with them? Well, she's playing with all her other toys and I'm, putting on a good front that I'm playing with mine, but really I just want her to play with the dang doll so I know if it's a boy or a girl. Like my curiosity is just killing me. So finally she decides, okay, I'm going to, do this doll diaper thing. So she goes and she takes the diaper off the doll and she puts it in a bowl of water and it dissolves. And then lo and behold, it says, twins, sent in this form and we'll send you a second doll. And I'm like, oh my gosh, she's going to give me the other doll. She didn't. She sent it in, the other doll came and she kept it. But for like 20 years, maybe 25 years, no one in my family knew that this had happened because I wasn't supposed to have looked in my mom's closet. It was like a secret. I shouldn't have been snooping. So I really didn't know what was going on. Or I shouldn't know what's going on. So anyway, so like 25 years later, I believe I told this story on Instagram. And lo and behold, my sisters watch my Instagram, or maybe it was in a video. I can't remember. Anyway, they get wind of this story and they're dying laughing. They're like, we had no idea this was going on. So what do my sisters do? Because they're so lovely. They go on eBay and they find the doll. There weren't any that were like unboxed. They were all, it did come in its original box, but it had been opened. And this little girl who had owned it before had put the diaper in the water and figured out that it was a girl. So I opened it on Christmas and I'm just dying because, it's the doll. I finally get the doll. Magic nursery doll. Maybe that's what it was. I'm not sure. So anyway, I had no idea that because I never got to play with my sister's doll, but apparently you got like a little booklet that was like my first year. It was like their baby book, and you fill out the baby book with all the things about your baby doll. And the person who had owned my baby doll before, she had put her name and her full address, like when she was like 7 or something, and filled out the whole book, and the book was included. And I wanted to like find her on Facebook and be like, hey, I have your doll. But I never did. And now my nieces and nephews play with that doll when they come over, because my mom lives with us, so our house is Nana's house. So we have a whole toy chest for them to play with. And when they come over, they play with the doll. I just thought that was funny. Okay, so that's my don't be looking for Christmas gifts because you don't know if you're going to find yours or your sister's story. It's a cautionary tale. Should you need to have your children hear that story, you know, they could learn some lessons from me. Okay, I think having pink on this ornament is going to be exactly what I need to finish this up. Okay, we got all of that. Let's get these last few out of here. We might not have time to do 2. Well, I don't know. The die cutting is what takes a long time. Like once I started putting this together, it went quick. Do I remember what I got that year? You know what? I don't. But I do remember that like when I was like 12 or 13, much too old to be playing with Barbies, or so I thought, I really wanted Jasmine and Belle dolls. And I did get them for Christmas that year. I don't know how my mom did it. She was a single mom, but she pulled it off. Okay, so now we have all this pink. I corralled it, but now I'm just going to dump it all out. Oh, that's the wrong green. Come back. There we go. All right, so I'm going to start placing these on here right side up so I can just drop them in using that pickup tool. Yeah, I think pink's going to be really cute. I'm using Ballet Slipper, if you're wondering about the specific cardstock color. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is a labor of love. This is like whoever gets this card, they better know they're special. Okay. And Jen over at Concord and Ninth, I appreciate that she used the same size for these as she did over here, so you can like use them interchangeably. So smart. Okay. Now I can just start dropping these in. It actually goes fairly quickly once you get going. It's very satisfying, actually. Oh my word. That fly like landed on my glasses. That fly is getting really aggressive. Oh my word, you guys. Okay, last week, remember how I've been like telling you about this online class that was at this Facebook group? So I'm live teaching this class when out of the corner of my eye, well, first of all, you have to understand, I don't even remember how this came up, but suddenly I'm telling everyone that I cry at marching bands. And I'm getting all emotional talking about marching bands. I never even played in a marching band. I don't understand it. Like, my grandfather and my dad, like my dad and his dad, they would say that they cry at the drop of a hat. That is literally, like, I inherited this from them. And so I cry at marching bands. And so I don't even know why I started getting verklempt. I started getting emotional talking about something. But then out of the corner of my eye, I see a spider, like a sizable size of a spider, like including legs like that big, crawling across the floor of my craft room. And I was like, oh, sorry guys, I got to get rid of the spider. So I know some of you are of the ilk that would, trap the spider in a cup and then take it outside. This was not happening. I was live. This is not happening. So got rid of the spider with the use of my shoe. Thank heavens I was wearing shoes. And then I had to come back and keep teaching. And I was so flustered. Yeah, don't get me watching like a drum line competition. I'm a wreck. Okay. Okay, that's cute. That's really cute. I like that. That's adorable. Yes. The fountains at the Bellagio in Las Vegas. Yes. Stuff like that. Anything like that, it will completely overwhelm me. Okay, let's get more of that adhesive sheets from Altenew. And I will do the second one. So I'm just cutting that adhesive sheet. I'm going to try cutting it to exactly the size and see if I can get it lined up right. Okay. Sorry, I didn't want to put my paper trimmer on this area because I was afraid that the bottom of the trimmer would pick up die cuts. And then there goes the rest of our cards. Okay. Peeling that backing sheet off. Getting that adhesive. Looks like I have just a little bit of overhang on this one end. So I'm going to use my craft knife and that ruler just to take a little bit off, just so the end's not sticky. It's such a small little sliver, but I think you'd see it, or that you'd feel it when you're opening the card. It's sticking to my nail and it won't go away. Get off my nail. Okay, there we go. Okay, opening the card this way. Peel up that backing, and then we're going to do gold, because why not? We're going to do gold for a little bit of a different look. Okay. Ooh, this is going to be so pretty. I'm excited. Okay. All right, let's start putting some of this stuff on here. So, let's see. Might as well start with the greenery. This would be when it'd be so pretty to use like colored glitter cardstock for stuff, right? Red glitter, pink glitter. Like even some of Spellbinder's glitter foam. Oh, that'd be gorgeous. Because it would pop up out of the inlay. Angie is asking if this is the Concord and Ninth gold. Yes, it's the same at Simon Says Stamp as well. It's just the matte gold foil cardstock. Okay, let's see here. We're going to do... There's like a fuzz ball right there. Come off. There we go. Okay, and then I'll do just one over here. I'll come over here and grab these. Okay. Then we've got all these berries that are everywhere. And we also have pink that we can add in this time. Pink and also the sea glass. Trying to think. For our ornament, should we do our ornament first? I'm thinking for the ornament, the main area of the ornament, I think that would be really pretty. Maybe in the cranberry. I think that could be really striking. So we'll do that in the cranberry, and then maybe... All right, we'll do the top of the ornament in the glitter white. And then I've got that center that I set aside. I don't know that I want to do gold berries because the background's gold. I think I'm going to have all the berries still be the red, but, oh, this one is still sticking in there. That's probably what you were like, what? Okay. So, oh, I still need one more leaf over there. Might as well get all the berries taken care of. Since I know they're going to be these colors. I'm wondering if I have enough to have all of these berries be poppy. I think I might. Ooh, or maybe not. Dang it. I was hoping I would. That's okay. I'll just have each one have one cranberry berry. There we go. And then down here, they're the same size. So I'll just do one of the poppy. And then two of the cranberry. Okay. All right, so now if this is the center of the ornament, I kind of like the white that's showing through there, but maybe I want it to have a different color to differentiate between the top of the ornament. Okay, so I'm not pressing these down, I'm just, I want pink. Pink could be really cute. Ooh, or maybe have it be the bright red. That could be dramatic. Ooh, I like that. Let's do that. Okay, I'm taking this out. Putting this in first. And we'll put this one in up here. I really do like the dramatic, like the two reds up against each other. I love that. I think that looks really pretty, very classic. Okay, and then why don't we do green all right here? I think that could be really pretty. Like light, light, and then have the dark in the middle. Light, light, dark. I'm liking this arrangement even more than the first one. So fun getting these all inlaid. Zooming in so you can see more of what I'm doing. Here we go. I love having like two tones of green. I'm going to switch to that little wax tool. It might be faster than the tweezers. Yeah, it is, because you can like rotate it when you pick things up. It is a little faster. We still have to do a grading, y'all, but it'll be a quick one. It's just a die cut grading. Maybe I'll do the pink in the center. Maybe. Like, do we like the pink? I'm kind of thinking no. Like, maybe don't introduce other colors. All right, just pressing all those down. Okay. Let's see here. I'm kind of just liking the red, green, and gold. Like, maybe I don't have anything else. I guess I could bring in white. Like, it's actually just white. Or I could do white glitter. I like that idea. For those. Like, have it be the white glitter. Or, hear me out. What if I just have the bright red? Okay, it's the bright red. That just looks like it fits more. It wants to be bright red. It wants to be poppy. Okay. Oh, yeah. I love that. Okay. And then I'm almost thinking these up here could be red. And like alternate them. Still not sure what these right here will be, but like that would be like red, the dark red, and then the light red. I haven't pressed hard on those yet, but that could be cute. Huh. Okay. I'm okay with that. Okay, do we want to introduce the sea glass? No, I'm thinking no. Yeah, we'll continue on with the red. Just getting the dark red inlaid. And I'll bring these over. It's easier to flip them over with tweezers. So I'm going to have tweezers, and then when I go to place them, I'll use the wax tool. Okay, just a few more little spots that I need to do. I think we'll do cranberry for these. And then I don't have enough to do those in poppy. They'd have to be in cranberry, I think. Or actually, maybe I think I've run out of dots. Oh no, I've got two right here. Here we go. I've run out of poppy dots. That's what I've run out of. And then for these top and bottom, I'm thinking, yeah, poppy, because it has the, yeah, we'll just do poppy. Okay, I love that. And I do really like that white glitter top. I love that. So you can see there's that glitter on the top, kind of looks like a silver. Okay, so I'm going to try to keep all of these colors still in their dishes, so that if I want to, I can do additional cards. All of my poppy pieces went flying everywhere. Green. Really, I probably would just cut more of all the green, because I mostly just wanted the green for the leaves. pink right here. And we have the red and the white. Where did the red go? Oh, I had the pink and it wasn't in a dish before. But this was the white. The tree was the white. Which I didn't actually end up using except for the interior of the top of the ornament, but that's okay. And now I just need a dish for this one. Well, I think I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna have to edit. I just threw out some extras that were in this other dish that I was working on another project, but then I realized I'm gonna have to cut more pieces for that project anyway. So it's fine. Okay, so I actually have these stacked. Like I have all the pieces stacked in like stacks of 3 so that they're not taking up that much more space on my work surface. And then I'm gathering all of these together. So if you guys can see, like on my work surface, like they're up at the top, they're out of the way. I could just stack those. Got those white ones too. And then I can stack all of the inlay pieces. They can just go right up there with them, completely out of the way. I have one white glitter piece. White glitter, where were you? There it is. Okay. Okay, so greetings. These are the dies for the Jolly Holiday die set. I thought I would do the Deck the Halls just as a banner, and it would go right across the center. Oh, dang it. It covers up that whole center area. Maybe I don't want that greeting. Maybe I want something a little smaller. Dang it. Maybe I won't be using those because these are so cute. I don't want to like cover them up. Dang it. Okay. So I'm going to go over to my stash. You know what? This one looks good. Easy enough. Or, wait. Hold on. Yeah. I'm going to use one of these. It's still out on my work surface from Friday's card. This is the Big Holiday Words stamp set from Simon Says Stamp. Like some of these down here that are the one line would be great. Just these small ones. So we're just going to stamp our little greetings. Just have to figure out what color of cardstock I want. I think I'm going to have this one be on white, just right over that. And then this one, I think on poppy cardstock. I think poppy cardstock would be really cute, like with white heat embossed words. All right, so I'm just grabbing my extra pieces of cardstock that I cut earlier. Did I not have any poppy? Oh no, there it is. Okay. So there's the poppy. I think warm holiday wishes would work. Or maybe just holiday wishes because it's shorter. Let's see which one would work best. We've got holiday wishes or warm holiday wishes. Or I could put it right there or up there. I kind of want like right across the center. Can't decide. I think I'm going to do warm holiday wishes. I think I want the longer one. Okay. I'm going to cut this out with a die, so I'm going to have it be kind of far from the edge. Using my anti-static powder tool and white pigment ink. It's a very teeny tiny word, so I'm not going to press very hard. Perfect. Just enough. Use my white heat embossing powder. This is Alabaster from Brutus Monroe. Letting my heat tool heat up a little bit. Okay, I'll set that aside, and then for the other one, I was going to have it on white cardstock. So let's put that right there. And I think I'll have it be in gold, but I can still use that same pigment ink. I'll just use gold embossing powder, so I don't have to clean off my stamp yet. I did not do anti-static powder, so I hope it'll work out. So now I'm using gilded embossing powder, also from Brutus Monroe. That worked out well. Perfect. Grab a baby wipe. Clean off that white pigment ink. Put it back on the stamp sheet. Okay, now I'm going to use my Christina's Essential Dies. And there, I've used this one all, like, so many times. It's this little sentiment strip one. It's the perfect size for these. I can just get that centered directly over my words. Okay, cute little strip cut out. Do the same with the red now. Let's get that centered right over those words. Almost done, y'all. We're getting there. Okay, so this one's going to go over here. This one's going to go over here. I'm going to use my scissors to trim them down just a little bit. Just going to put my dies away. Just snip, snip. So that can go right there, or I can even like pull it down to another spot. Maybe it's at the bottom. Kind of feels like it needs to just go right there in the center, doesn't it? I don't know. I mean, I could try to do just holiday wishes and cut it down. Yikes. There's like not a good spot that won't cover up some of the really cute stuff. Okay, I'm wondering if I could just change it to just holiday wishes. And put it right there. Or I could just put it right there in the center. Or not at all. I hear all of you that are saying not at all. Because there's like not a good spot. Huh. Yikes. I don't know where to put it. I mean, I guess I could try to do... do it like stacked. I have to trim those a little closer because I cut out the warm kind of funny. But I guess I could do that, and then maybe, because then it would break it up a little bit. That's kind of cute. I like that. I like that. So I'm just cutting these. I like the 2 lines better. This will be more like that. I like that. I like it like broken up. Okay, I've got some like narrow foam strips. So I'm just going to cut these about like that will work, I think. This one needs to be cut just a little bit. Just started raining here. Do you guys hear that? Oh, someone was saying like have it like a tag hanging. That could be kind of cute. People are saying don't do it. Go without. I really want the greeting on the front, y'all. I'm committed. I mean, I could try just holiday wishes. I mean, if they looked like there were tags hanging down. That's kind of cute. I don't know how I would make it look like a tag, though. How would I do this? I just happen to have that cut, that bow. But I also, okay, hear me out. This is what we're doing. This might be dangerous. I might regret this later. I'm not afraid to have a little string on the inside of my card. This is like old school holiday card series. I would do this all the time. Granted, can I get this embroidery floss through that little tiny itty bitty hole? I don't know. Oh, that wasn't as hard as I thought. Ooh, baker's twine. We'll do white on the gold card, but I want to try baker's twine on the other one. Gotta poke this hole bigger. I know I might need a needle. I don't know. It started to go through. But I do know where a needle is if I need one. Took a minute, but I got it threaded. Now the real problem is I have to have it come through the back. Getting it kind of wound in on itself again. In fact, I'm going to actually cut a new end. And I want to say I used to do this without a needle, and I would go like this and just like force it through, and I would somehow get it in. Okay, I got some of it. Because back in the day, Christina didn't have needles. Okay. All right, I got it, y'all. Did I loop it the wrong way? What is happening? It's all tied around something. What the hell? Sorry. I'm like, what did I do? Oh, it is one string. It's just the rest of it that's... Okay, hold on. How convoluted can I make this card? Let's see. Okay, I see what happened. Okay, we're good. It's like tied in a knot on itself again. There we go. Oh, finally. Ta-da! We finally got it. I do not need that much string, however. Okay. I'm going to give myself an obscenely long amount of string. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm making it look like a little string at the top of the ornament, like not around this part, but around the top of the ornament. Just so it looks like it has something where like a tag would be adhered. And I like the actual like three-dimensional look of the string. What's funny is you guys are going to see a string on my card on Wednesday as well. That's what's funny. Okay. Okay, so then I can just do like it's just tucked up in there. I think this is a good solution. Yeah, I like that. I think that's a really good solution. this one got frayed. Really? That's okay. Okay. One thing that you might not know you can do is you can actually spray hairspray on your embroidery floss and kind of stick it down to your thing. I mean, it can remain sticky. That's the downside, but you could do that if you wanted. Okay, so there's that one. Has a little string at the top. Let's get the baker's twine and we'll do the other one. You know what? We're going on 2 hours, but for 2 cards, not bad. I just have to find my white and red baker's twine. And I have like baker's twine in an abundance. And it's probably twine that is not even sold anymore. Okay. So this was actually from Doodlebug. They might still have something similar, but this was like their Christmas assortment from 5 million years ago. Does it have a year on it? 2011. String doesn't go bad. Okay. All right, let's make sure there's plenty of space to get those strings in. And I think I'll have to do what I did before, like feed it through like this. Oh, that worked lovely. So then I'll feed it through the other side. None of it's catching yet. Okay, there we go. Lovely. Turn that into a little bow. We love this. Baker's twine can get all twisted, so I'm just like untwisting it on the loop. Okay. Okay. And then we have that same holiday wishes. I'm thankful for whoever suggested tags. I don't know that I ever would have thought to do it as tags. Oh, I guess I could do warm wishes. That's not a bad idea. I can still peel that up. I haven't pressed it down too hard yet. Okay. Slide that under the bow a little bit. I haven't used baker's twine in ages. It's kind of fun. A little bit classic, a little old school for holiday card series. I want to get this bow a little more centered, so I'm just sliding it over. Just messing with those strings until I have them the way I want them. Okay, that's cute. I think I do want to cut these a little shorter though. Okay. I should have just done the baker's twine on both, but that's okay. All right. Not bad. So those are the 2 cards for tonight. I'm going to do a quick little spiel for those watching the edited replay. And then we've been going for so long, I probably won't stick around for any questions really, but I'll wander through the chat real quick and see if I missed anything. So here we go. So here are tonight's 2 cards. Took quite a bit of time to get them all completed, but all in all, I love how they turned out. I will have the links down below in the video description. Once again, this is the ornament inlay die from Conquer the Ninth. And then I ended up using a stamp set from Simon Says Stamp. What is it? Big Holiday Words. Is that what it is? Yeah, Big Holiday Words. Even though these are teeny tiny, I use the tiny words from that stamp set to finish it off. Thanks so much for joining me. I will be back on Wednesday for day 3 of the holiday card series. Thanks for watching. Okay. I've got some string hanging out. It's on top of my mouse, so I couldn't scroll up. Let's see here. Beth is asking, what do you use to make the whole reinforcements for a tag if there isn't a die for it? Is this what the Crop-A-Dile does? No, the Crop-A-Dile does eyelets. So that could be a reinforcement for like on a tag. But if you really just want like a circle, I guess you could die cut a circle and then use the Crop-A-Dile to cut out the center of it. I guess that is one way to make like a reinforcement. Yeah, you might be able to do that too. Let's see here. Kathleen, these cards look awesome. Do you need my address to send one to? It's too funny. Yes, whoever suggested the tags, well done. I don't recall who did that. I'll scroll up here and maybe I'll see it. Let's see here. Thank you, Anne, for the warm wishes suggestion. Let's see here. Still scrolling up. What's the hole making thing? Okay, so that wax tool I was using earlier is just on the other end of it. So this is from Trinity Stamps. A lot of companies have these that are really similar. Like there's this one from Gina K that is essentially the same thing. But I do like Gina's because she has a white cap, which signifies the wax end. And then the silver has the pointer on it. Simon Says Stamp has some tools that are like that as well. Yeah. But basically it's just a piercer tool. Let's see here. Oh, Kathleen says, if you spray hairspray and it stays sticky, could you use your anti-static powder on it? You probably could. It would take away the stick. That is a good idea. Let's see. Still scrolling up. Let's see here. Putting up, I'm scrolling up to see if I'm catching anything else. Okay, scrolling back down. Okay, Myandra, what a pretty name. What color is the cardstock behind the red ornament? This is gold foil cardstock or matte gold cardstock. It's the same cardstock. You can get it at Conquer the Ninth or Simon Says Stamp, but it's more like, it's not like a super, super shiny foil. It's got a little bit of a matte finish to it. It's really pretty. Let's see here. Oh, Kathleen, that was me in a roundabout way. I didn't actually say tag, but implied it. I think someone actually said tag. So it may have been you, I'm not sure. Am I going to make another 6 with all the other die cuts? I'm tempted, but also maybe not, because I would just want to do green for all of the leaves and I'd have to recut all of the green. And then I'd want more red for all of the berries, and I'd have to recut all of the red. So I don't think I will. Let's see, Andrea says, if you cut the larger circle, or this is for the tag reinforcements, if you cut the larger circle first, glue it to the tag first, then let the glue dry, and then punch the smaller hole through the middle of the reinforcer. Yes, that's a great method. Thanks, Andrea. Jane Smith says, can Concord and Ninth make a Hanukkah inlay card next year? That's a great suggestion. I don't know if they will, but that's a great suggestion. Let's see. Oh, Shy is giving me the heads up. The Grading Farm is dropping a new stamp set this week. I suspect it is a Christmas big set. I love it. I love their stamps. Seriously. I love it so much. Okay, I think I'm going to wrap up these cards. Thanks so much for joining me tonight, especially those of you who were here for the entire time. Like I said earlier, I'll be back on Wednesday with day 3 of the holiday card series. Those of you who are in my premium membership here at YouTube will have already seen it. Just giving you a little hint, Tigger, and now you know which card it is. So I'll put these up. I'll take pictures of these and I'll update my blog and also the thumbnail here. But thank you so much for joining me tonight, and I will catch you all in day 3. Thanks for joining me.